プリンセス、フェメラ、セレナ、シーナ。
Japan, or as the locals of this country call it, Nippon or Nihon, has a very rich culture stemming from their long history that can be traced back to 35,000 years ago. Despite being influenced by the Western culture during the occupation of the Allied military forces in 1945 to 1952, they have managed to preserve their culture and traditions by strictly adhering to them and incorporating them into their daily lives. Moreover, they also believe them to be necessary to retain harmony in their society. Later on, you will learn more about this, but for now, keep in mind that their strict etiquette rules stem from their belief that the individuals are less important than the group. Additionally, they have great appreciation for respect for the elderly and politeness. This makes it clear that if you ever decide to have a vacation in Japan, you must really be equipped with some basic knowledge of their culture. And that is why we are here for you. Another point to remember is that only 20 to 30% of Japanese people speak in English, with only 10% of them being able to carry on with the discussion. This is mainly because, even though they do learn English in school, it is not necessary for them to succeed, so they forgo further use of it. But fear not, the locals are very much aware of this, and so, to allow tourists to enjoy themselves, they provide English translated signages. Although, you might find some with grammatical errors or a little bit weird. Still, be forgiving as well as respectful. Additionally, Japanese people have words with English roots but were Japanized in order to suit them, which is called Jap English. Here are 3 examples. First,
Don't mind.
which means don't mind. Second,
マンション。
which is a condominium-style apartment complex. Third,
バイク。
means a motorcycle. Thank you for not skipping this introduction. Please wear this tracksuit and allow my friend Rimuru to guide you to the next stage. See you later.
Welcome to this track. Let's begin with the warm-up. As was previously mentioned, the English language is not that prevalent in Japan. Apart from the main reason being that the citizens view it as unnecessary in their lives, there's another reason that involves their culture. Try to guess which one among the following. First, their culture involves isolating themselves. Second, it is in their culture to not make mistakes. Third, to adhere to their own language. Or fourth, all of the above. I'm sorry, but the correct answer is not making mistakes. To prevent uneasy social relations is a part of Japanese culture, which means that because of this, they're afraid to speak in English, which is significantly different from their own language. Even so, we are going to run into some interesting words used by the people who speak English that were influenced by the Japanese, which can help you understand more of their culture. My partner, Pikachu, will be helping me with this. The first one is tycoon, which came from the Japanese word
大君。
This word actually means great lord or top leader in terms of politics. However, nowadays, it is more often used to refer to a prominent and extremely wealthy and powerful figure in the business industry. Anime is actually the shorter term for
アニメーション。
which refers to any animations in general for the Japanese people. However, English speakers use this to specifically refer to Japanese animations.
漫画
Is a Japanese word that literally means involuntary pictures or illustrations made impulsively or randomly. Similarly with anime, Japanese people use the word manga to refer to any comic books. However, English speakers use it to refer to Japanese comic books specifically. Thank you for having a lap with me. Let my partner guide you through another stage. But first, wear the school uniform because you need to really focus on the next stage that will truly bring you a lot closer to Japanese culture. See you later!
Pika-pika.
If you truly want to know more about Japanese culture, here are some terminologies that you must keep in mind. Please bring them out, dear Raymond. Choose which of these scrolls you want to open.
しょうがない
This means it cannot be helped or it is what it is, which is a Japanese idiom for when something awful happens that they have little control over. Complaining is not accepted in their culture, so they simply accept the inevitable and stop talking about it. This means to read the air, which the Japanese must be aware of in order to grasp subtle rejection, since the Japanese avoid direct and hurtful communication when saying no to someone.
Salaryman and office lady
The salaryman, or office lady, in Japanese culture is a full-time white-collar worker who represents a stable style of life where one can raise a family without worrying about money. Many children in Japan learn this from their parents. Thus, when asked what they want to be when they grow up, they say this. Additionally, because Japanese culture emphasizes not sticking out too much and morals are conservative, many young people aspire to follow in their footsteps. Now let's see if you remember which is which. I'll give you 2 questions and you must click on the scroll that answers them. Number 1. This means to read the air. You are correct. Nice job. Number 2. This is a Japanese idiom for when something awful happens that they have little control over. Once again, you are correct. Congratulations for getting 2 out of 2 points. You have done well getting this far. But in the next level, you should wear this insulated suit because it will literally be shocking. Let my partner accompany you there and I'll see you later.
It is a good thing that you came properly prepared for this, because we are going to play a game. For the mechanics, I will present you the images, and you have to guess whether it is approved or disapproved of in the culture. Every time you guess incorrectly, my partner Hello Kitty will pull the lever, and that will send you a sort of shock through you. But don't worry, with your suits on, it would only feel like a bite of an ant. So without further ado, let us begin. I'm sorry, but you are incorrect. The Japanese consider it rude to eat and drink while walking or using the public transportation. That's why it would be difficult for us to find the vendor who sells food and drink on the street and prepares to offer your order with disposable containers and utensils. This is in contrast to many countries like the US and even here in the Philippines. Next, Correct! Although this is generally the social norm, in Japan, punctuality is essential. And being late even for a few seconds might be seen as extremely rude. Next. That's right! Japanese people are very hygienic and clean because it is part of their religious practice. This begins at an early age and continues through the school and the workplace. No matter where you are, you will always see an individuals picking up after themselves. They believe that a clean environment will help improve their mental health. Lastly, you are correct. In Japan, giving tip is not common in business. Even worse, giving a tip is thought to be disrespectful to the wage of the employees. This is significantly different from other countries like the US, where many service employees receive a minimum wage or less. Hence, waiters and waitresses now depend on the tips of the customers. Congratulations! You got 3 out of 4 points. With this, you will at least be able to avoid offending the locals. The next stage will take you up to another level. You can now remove your insulated suits and wear casual clothes so that you can be comfortable to your next destination. Hello Kitty will guide you there. See you at the end!
Konnichiwa! It's nice that you came in your comfortable clothes because now we are going to move some of our bodies for this stage. Because here, you will learn the most common and essential gestures you would need to know when you break into Japan with me and my partner, Umaru-chan. So, are you ready? And so, without further ado, let us start with the king of gestures, bowing. In Japan, bowing is used often, including when you are greeting someone, you say excuse me, or when you are sorry, and many more. And with that, we need to learn the proper bow. For men, they should place their hands on each side of their legs and bow from the waist like a 90-degree bow. On the other hand, women should place their hands flat on the front of their thighs and bow from the waist as well. Bow, look at the ground, pause for a moment, and stand up straight. Now, did you know that the length of your time of your bow also compels social context? For instance, in a professional way, if someone higher than your rank is passing by, then you have to make a bow until they are gone. But if it's just, a social interaction with your close friends or colleagues, a slight duck of your head is still accepted. Secondly, when you are receiving or giving anything in Japan, you must hold the items with both hands and bow just like this. Moving forward, if you want to disagree and say no, you just have to cross your arms in an X shape just like this. It is very simple, right? I hope you're also trying it. Moreover, if you want to say excuse me in gestures, you just have to hold up one of your hands in front of your face and Japanese people will understand you. Now, if you want people to come to you, you just have to reach one of your hands forward and flap your fingers back and forth. It is like saying goodbye, but for them, they want you to come near. Lastly, we cannot forget how to express gratitude. And with this, you just have to put your both hands in front of either at your face or chest level, do a praying position, then bow slightly. Sometimes, Japanese people tend to clap quietly to express their gratitude as well. Similarly, this gesture is also used when you're asking for forgiveness or you're sorry for your actions. And that is it for the basic gestures in Japan. I hope you did it with me and my friend Umaru-chan. And I hope you're not too tired to miss out on making money. Now go take a bath and change into this business suit for the next stage, and my partner will help you in getting there. Bye and have fun!
Since you pushed through, even though the last stage was very tiring, you must want to make some money in Japan. For your dedication, I'll give you the 101s you need to know, alongside my partner. First, being introduced through a third party. Japan has a very conservative, relationship-oriented business culture. They prefer to know and trust a person before engaging in business with them. Proper introductions are done with a carefully selected third party who will represent the business, and these introductions usually happen at informal gatherings involving food and drinks. Second, gifts policy. Corporate gift giving is a respected part in the business culture in Japan. It communicates respect, friendship, and appreciation. Moreover, it should be properly wrapped and should have relevance to the recipient. Third, dress code. Japanese businessmen tend to dress conservatively in a dark suit, shirt, and tie. And that is what is typically seen for any meeting or introduction involving business. And lastly, the exchange of business cards. The failure to conduct this correctly can jeopardize your business chances. Business card exchanges are one of the most important and formal practices in business, so it is important to have some with you at all times. The Japanese believe that the business cards embody its owner and should be treated with respect and examined properly. Now that you know the 101s, doing business will gradually become easier for you, and breaking into Japan will also be more smooth sailing.
Once again, this is JAPPS. We have now taught you the necessary knowledge you will need to break into Japan. All you need to do now is go in 3, 2, 1.